Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join Donald and Vladimir in the bonds of holy matrimony.
Tired of the same old radio talk show? There is an alternative. This is GONZO Radio. Yeah, you betcha it sure is, GONZO Radio. Welcome to another edition of the live stream version of the show. Let me turn the reverb off, that way everybody can hear what I'm saying properly.
One of these days you're going to get
One
that
of these
right.
days. One of these days I'll get it right. And you know what? I'm not going to have to worry.
That day is not today.
That's not today because I'm Big Daddy Gonzo. I'm your host, and welcome to the show. The GONZO Radio Show is normally a live streamed event. But that's going to be changing. Needless to say, I've done some studying, some focus grouping, some analytic research. And one thing that I've come up with is that Monday night sucks.
True that.
Monday night sucks for you. It sucks for you. It sucks for all kinds of people. And in seeing this, and the light bulb, bing, went off over my head, and I said, well, maybe we should do something different. So crunching the numbers and seeing what and where we're going, that's going to be the deal. That's going to be the name of the game right there. The show's going to be leaner and meaner. If you have a problem with things like political talk or political satire, political jokes, whether you're a righty or a lefty, you don't like political jokes, you might get a little salty about the show going forward.
It's probably not the place for you.
It's not going to be a politics show, but the show is going to be like it's supposed to be. Okay, I've been trying to fit this into a box. And
that's what she said.
It's almost like I'm having a Howard Stern revelation, from Private Parts, where he's just like, "Oh my God, I've just got to be me," So speaking of me, across the way, patiently waiting for her turn to talk and listening to me jibber jabber, doing only shots of
about
Carmichael.
jibber jabber.
I'm jibber jabber about jibber jabber. So the shots. The shots will be will no longer be an in studio personality.
Sucks for you guys.
It doesn't suck that bad, but we won't be live streaming any longer after this. I know how many we got in the chat right now.
We got 5.
5.
One of them's Frank.
Thank all of you. Thank all of you. Well, why don't I put myself on? Thank you all for being here every night, for those of you that were here every night or every other night or as many nights as you came. I do want to have an interactive show, and I may in the future have an interactive show. I may do a live show. Go back to that live stage show like what we did at the Black Box Theater. But right now I've been beating my head against the wall in a battle of diminishing returns, and it's just getting worse. The podcast format, we're going to go at it at a different angle, because at this juncture, we should have more zeros behind the numbers.
As opposed to just in the studio.
Not. And then, yeah, as opposed to just, I don't know, the 5 of you, me, you. Is Pete in there? Pete said...
Pete's not here yet.
Pete didn't say anything yet?
Pete's not here yet.
Okay,
Pete's
well,
probably still in the shower.
I mean, there's a lot of things I'm going to miss about doing this show with you guys. There really is. But the object is to move forward. The object is to put on a show that is palatable to the people, that is also representative of me. Me. Because I want to do more stand-up comedy, both myself and I want to spotlight more stand-up comics. I want to spotlight more South Florida talent, whether it be musicians, comedians, actors, films. South Florida is a hotbed of talent, in spite of our governor. It's a hotbed of talent. It's a place where I believe I can really not only supply you with a lot of original entertainment that you're not going to see the same homogenized shit over and over and over again, but the Gonzo Radio Show podcast will bring you the local comedians here in South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. That we all three of these counties have some of the best stand-up comics in South Florida.
Sure.
They do. We really do. That's not just because I've worked with them or that I know a few of them personally, close personal friends. I keep switching back to you while you're controlling.
Well, I just doze off as you rant about what's about to happen because he's told me this already.
I'm not ranting.
He already told me here's what's going to happen, and I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. And now he's come on and he's told you. I could have just listened with all you guys instead of listening twice.
Is this the part where I ask you, so how was your Disney trip?
Oh my God. Spin, Iris! Spin around! Iris loves to spin around and make herself dizzy.
All right, everybody get comfortable, get your popcorn. And
no, not
Lisa,
really.
tell us, how was your Disney trip?
It was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
Oh, yeah. Gonzo.
Short lines, hot.
Gonzo, come to Disney with us in the middle of September and die.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
I was going to die.
It wasn't that bad. We do all want to check our credit card bills and see how many times we charged $3 to get a bottle of water walked around that park. I'll tell you what.
Ooh, I bet they got you 10 times a day.
Oh, my gosh. We were like camels. We were just couldn't get enough water. It was it's the only time I ever drink water is when I'm on vacation. Otherwise, I'm drinking coffee, iced tea, whatever. On vacation, I'm hydrate. So, yeah, we drank a lot of water, walked around. We saw a lot of cool stuff, ate a lot of stuff, Food and Wine Festival. We'd never been there for that before, so that was a lot of fun. And, and like I say, her thing was she wanted to go on the teacups. She said, I want to spin around and make myself dizzy, just like I like to go through life. So I actually did go on the teacups with her the first time around. I did go on the teacups with her. And I let her spin it as fast as she wanted, as much as she wanted. I didn't say anything. I even at one point tried to help her spin faster.
The teacups, otherwise known as the vomit sprinkler.
Well, you know what happened is there was all these little kids getting ready to go on there. And I'm like, these little kids can do it. I can do it. So there was a little trauma there with her going on Buzz Lightyear because she wanted to spin around and, she wasn't going to get to spin around. So all upset.
Buzz Lightyear has a spinny thing?
Yeah, because, it's like the game you get in and you shoot. And so it's got the little dot, like the little joystick where you could turn yourself left and right so that you could shoot and aim or whatever. So she didn't want to go. I wanted to go in there with her because I was like, oh, you wanted to? I thought she meant she wanted to just move the cart and I would shoot. And she's like, no one's going with me. I'm going by myself. I don't want to shoot anything. I just want to spin around and make myself dizzy. So I was like, oh, okay.
Most people take drugs.
No, not Iris. Iris just spins around. She's like a little kid. She'll just stand there with her arms around and spin around in a circle, and then she's so happy.
My friends.
So, yeah, but it was fun. I got one complaint there, Walt, for the Magic Kingdom. 2 smoking sections? Really? 2? Every time we turned around, it was like, oh, gotta go over there. And then Iris isn't looking to go on the rides, per se, except the teacups and the Buzz Lightyear. So, I'm, trying to go to all the rides, and it's like, okay, I'm going to leave you over here at the smoking section. She's just going to, hang out at the smoking section with her people. I'm going to go try to ride Thunder Mountain and come back. I'm going to try to ride Splash Mountain and come back.
Oh, see, I hate that because I've been with people who are just, into, 1 or 2 things, and then they're there to shop. And it's like, you have to leave them in their central place and then run over here and ride the ride. And then run back to them. Hey, it was really cool. Really? Yeah, how was it?
Well, you don't have to run back and forth so much anymore because now everybody's got their cell phones. You just text each other. Hey, I'm off the ride. I'm going over here now.
Oh, my God. I know. That was
all
the
I
last
know
time
is
I was there.
They're sneaky there at that Animal Kingdom. I dragged Danny up on that Everest ride, and the line was really short. So I was like, oh, let's wait for the front car. Because if the line's really short, then, who cares about another 5 minutes to wait to sit in the front? I'm only going to get to go ride on it once, So we wait in the line, and all of a sudden I see people filtering up the side, and I'm saying to myself, None of these people look handicapped. This can't be like the handicapped entrance. What's going on?
Speed pass.
No. A single rider line, but they had it hidden. You know your girl loves a single rider line. I am a single rider freaking queen. My husband does not like to go on roller coasters. And I'm the kind of girl that if you're on a ride that has no single rider line, but they've got like 3 carts or 4 carts and they've got an empty one, I'm the one that's always going, yo, single rider, can I, I'll count the
Me
people.
too, by necessity
I'll
sometimes.
count the people
but
and I'll be
still.
like, how many people are in line? You guys are together. 2, 4, 6, 8, 7. 7. I'm going with them. So yeah, that's what I like to do. But it was fun. A lot of rides we didn't get to go on at the Magic Kingdom because they got lightning. Lightning struck within 5 miles of the park. And so then they shut everything down that's outside. So we didn't get to go on Dumbo, which also spins Iris around to make her dizzy.
Fucking lightning.
And since she couldn't get on Dumbo, she went back on the teacups again and had a good time spinning herself around.
You know I have a lightning phobia, right?
I didn't know it was a phobia.
I'm
nobody
scared
likes
shitless
lightning.
of lightning. I'm afraid of lightning. I do like to see lightning from far, far away. Ooh, pretty, flashy, flashy. But yeah, shit. That's. I'm not afraid of much. I've had guns pointed at me. I've had knives pulled on me. I've been beaten, hit with a bat. I've been hit with a
Not
piece
often
of rebar.
enough.
I have had people come at me with cars, not scared, totally loved it, ready to play, ready to fight. I've had people hit me in the head with steel chairs. I've had people hit me in the head with brass cowbells.
Sherry says so are the dolphins. They're afraid of lightning too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to be talking about the dolphins here in a little bit, by the way. But that lightning shit,
No bueno.
Yeah.
I didn't get to ride the Seven Dwarfs, and I was all mad because Frank was able to get us because they screwed up his room key, so they got us a bunch of fast passes. And like when Disney gives you like complimentary fast, it's not like for a time. It's just like you show up and you go on the fast pass line. It goes ding.
Wow.
So like when you go in the park, you have to put your finger on the button so that it reads your like fingerprint, like handprint identification, please. But when you go on the fast pass lines, all you have to do is put your pass up. And I'm thinking to myself, my husband would go on roller coasters. Man, I'm going to take his 3 fast passes at the Magic Kingdom. I'm going to take my 3 fast passes at the Magic Kingdom. I'm going to see if I get one of Iris's over there since she only needs it for Buzz Lightyear. So, yeah, I was going to try to hit all these. Nothing was going because of the freaking bad weather.
You fast pass whore.
But I got to ride the carousel, which I love. I love to ride the carousel. It just goes up and down and around. And I ride it side saddle. It proves I'm a lady of quality.
Yes, you are a lady of quality. Well, I'm glad your Disney trip went well.
It did. It was successful.
We've got a lot coming up besides we are now renaming the Good Karma Pet Rescue Pet of the Week. We are renaming it the Foster Feature.
Yes.
The Foster Feature.
Good Karma Pet Rescue Foster Feature.
And I'll be making a graphic for that.
Hey now.
For the very near future.
That's exciting.
The shows are going to be shorter and tighter, a little shorter and tighter this one because we've been jibber-jabbering for 15 minutes. But we're going
Mostly you.
Well, yeah, mostly me. You shut up, you. Get rid of you. Get you out of my studio.
You already did. What do you think? I'm already fired. I can't screw up anymore.
That's true. right back at you and right back at it. Welcome back to the Gonzo Radio Show. I, of course, am Big Daddy Gonzo, your hostess with the hosto with the mosto. I don't know. I still can't come up with a catchy catchphrase for that. The hosto with the mosto.
Who knows what you're talking about?
I mean, you have canine enthusiasts. So,
I do.
I mean,
I am a canine enthusiast.
You have a gimmick. I mean, you have your gimmick for crying out loud. I want a hosto with a mosto or something.
That sounds stupid.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, so like we said, we're changing the name of the pet of the week because I am going to go back to using the douchebag of the week. And we can't have a douchebag and a pet of the week. It sounds kind of weird.
Of the week, 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 of the week.
May as well do it the Gonzo Radio Show of the Week.
Yeah, really.
Ta-da! So we are going to call it our foster feature because we want to get these dogs out. We want these done. We sometimes pet of the week is construed as, oh, look, there's your fancy pet. It's like, no, this dog is in foster care and needs to be adopted, which is part of the reason why we spotlight them.
Exacto.
So we are, oh, hey, that's a little reverby.
I thought so.
I thought so as well. I thought you were just being booming. Yeah, this isn't part of how the show's going to go forward. Where I'm just talking to Lisa because I'm going to miss her because I'm going to jibber jabber a lot.
He's going to miss me. I'm going to be 2 miles away from him.
Yeah, I might still bring her back into the studio, but anyway,
once in a while when I'm not busy doing my canine enthusiast things.
Well, speaking of your canine enthusiasm,
yes,
why don't we jump on there to our foster feature of the week?
Okay,
our foster feature brought to you by Good Karma Pet Rescue. Lisa, let them have it.
Okay, well, surprise, surprise, it's not a dog. Surprise, surprise.
It's not a dog?
It's not a cat.
It's not a cat? Kangaroo. It's a kangaroo.
It's not a kangaroo. It's not a camel. It's not a llama. It's a ferret. Yes.
A white ferret?
A ferret. A weasel, as some might call them.
Why's it got to be a white ferret?
Why she gotta be white, yo? That's just the way God made her, okay?
Okay.
Her name is Amelia Sunshine. Isn't she so cute? I mean, what a gorgeous... I mean, I don't know if you dig ferrets. I'm not a ferret person, not my bag, but this is a cute little thing, man. I'm telling you. And there's some videos of her on the Good Karma pages. Oh my gosh, I can't even take it. So,
well, one thing I've learned of the ferrets that I've known and I've run into, and I get along with ferrets. Ferrets, all animals love me for some strange reason, even the wild ones. Not like in a Snow White way either. They come up and go, "Hey, you got food?
Yeah.
You're fat. You got to have food." They know.
Oh my God, I missed you so much when we were waiting in lines at Disney World when they were counting people like this, and then they would stop us, and I was like, "Where's Gonzo?" Because Gonzo would be like, "Exactly," and I was like dying. Oh my God, I thought about you the whole time. Hilarious. Everyone laughed. And what was worse was on the way leaving the Dolphins game, we got on the escalator, and you know how they shut them all down? It's like escalator temporarily, stairs. And the escalator got turned off, but it got turned off. Like, they legit turn them off. And everybody turned around to look at why the escalator wasn't moving. They all looked at him, and Gonzo was like, "Oh, everybody look at me. It's because the fat guy got on, right?" And it was hilarious. Anyways, I'm sorry. We're getting off track of the ferret.
Did that, yeah, I totally got off track, too, by the way. I believe I blew my own great line of because I'm fat. But,
yes.
Yeah, when we were in Las Vegas at Caesar's Palace, and they have that people mover that runs like 200 yards from the front to all the way to the front door. And Frank and I are on it, and it stopped. And Frank's a big boy, too. So we're like... It's because the fat people are on it.
It's us, right?
We exceeded some sort of weight limit.
Carpet shark.
Right. Okay. So on with the weasel.
Okay. So back to Amelia Sunshine, the little ferret weasel. So now here's how she came into Good Karma. She was found in the backyard of a neighbor's house. She was discovered by a dog. The dog saw something over there, and was investigating. So the neighbor whose dog it was went over to say, what is going on over there? What is that dog interested in? Sure enough, this little sweetheart of a ferret was over there. It was abandoned. It was probably left because the house was empty. So it's very possible that it was the people who lived in that house that just left her behind, because we see that all the time, and it sucks when people leave their little babies behind, just like those people in the hurricanes and the flooding and the whatever. I don't like it.
People are scum.
So So this kind woman with the dog took her in and kept her for about a month and tried to see if she could find an owner. No one came forward as her owner. Her foster mom has 3 ferrets of her own, so she's happy to have this ferret as long as she needs to until she finds a forever home. She's not getting put out on the street anytime soon. Going to have a little stick with a bandana on it over a little ferret shoulder
It's
out there.
called a bindle.
Thank you. Hop in the train. But she's really tiny. She's not even a pound. She's like 0.77. And she's about 4 years old. Her foster mom says she is extremely sweet. She's nurturing. The other ferrets that she owns, she said this one will groom them. She'll groom the other resident ferrets. I guess that's a thing that they do, like cats groom each other and stuff.
Right.
So now she gets along well with other ferrets, and she gets along with other animals. She actually gets along with cats. She gets along with dogs. She gets along with everybody in her foster mom's house. So that's a big plus.
I've seen a ferret get along with cats. That's
yeah.
pretty funny, too. Actually.
And there's pictures. You see them all like curled up in the little bed together, and the little feet, the little toe beans. It's so adorable. I can't even. But I don't want a ferret.
I don't want a ferret.
She's going to come with 2 distemper vaccines and an implant called a dyslorelin, something like that implant, which is, it acts as a preventative for adrenal disease, which I guess is something that these ferrets are subject to.
It's a DeLorean.
So her adoption fee, since we couldn't really figure out we don't have a ferret adoption fee. So her adoption fee is basically the same as one of our cats. $75 is her adoption fee. And you can apply for her the same way that you apply for all of our other animals. You go to goodkarmapetrescue.org and click on any of the links there to foster, to adopt, to volunteer, to shop for a cause, to shop for Good Karma swag, to shop our partners, to go to Good Karma on Amazon Smile so that we could be the beneficiary of your shopping excursions, which is always awesome.
Well, all right then. That's pretty succinct.
So ferret of the week. I figured let me give you something other than a dog. It's always a
Ferret
dog because I am a canine enthusiast.
now
Ferret
that's
of the week.
Now it's the ferret feature foster.
Ferret feature foster. Ferret feature foster. Say that 5 times fast. So, so you're going to want to come out to some of our events. We still have Untapped going on until the end of the year. So that's on November the 2nd, Friday, 6 p.m. to 9. I'm probably more likely to go to those events that are in the evenings with the cocktails
that involve cocktails
than the daytime at the pet supermarket where there's no drinkies.
It's not alcoholism if it's for charity.
Exactly. I'm not drinking alone if my dog is there. So we have a couple of other events going on. We do have an adoption event and a fundraiser going on at 26 Degrees Brewing Company. Another place you could drink. It is during the daytime, but you can drink. Now, it's on a Sunday. It starts at 12 o'clock.
Boo.
You know, football's on, but they do have TVs there. I don't know if they have the NFL Sunday ticket. I don't know if they have all the games on or what. I'm not sure how that's happening or whatever. But 26 Degrees is a pretty cool place, and usually they have the food truck outside, so you can come there on the 30th also.
Okay.
Should I tell people to follow Sheldon?
What, you want to get into your shameless plugs
Why not?
now? Okay,
Yeah.
then shamelessly plug now so that we can
follow
just
my
leave.
Yeah, exactly. Follow my dog Sheldon at Sheldon the Wonder Pup on the Instagrams.
Are you sure?
I'm not really 100%. And also try to look for my new foster dog Strider around the Fans of Good Karma page on the Facebooks. And you can see some video I posted of him and Amy just rolling around in the dirt, getting all dirty in the grass today. They were having such a good time. It's a good life being my dog. Let me tell you, if I could come back as something else in another life, I would want to come back as my own dog.
Okay.
Astral Nomad. She's out. He's out.
He's out.
He's out.
He's a he.
He's a he. Later. Peace out. Good karma.
Okay. That was I just
Hashtag good karma.
I hung you out to dry there. Just like, see how far she's going to go with this. And not very far at all. All right. RUFKM coming up right after this.
Yeah, mule! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Whoa, camel! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, camel! Whoa! Come on, whoa! When I say whoa, I mean whoa! GONZO Radio.
So yeah, zippity doo, bing bang, boom bang, pow. We're gonna just come at you really, really quick and keep it coming too. No, you don't have any copy on this one.
There's all this paper lying over here. I don't know what any of it is.
Yeah, you don't have any copy on
Oh,
this
good.
one.
I'll just wake me when it's over. Wake me up when September ends.
Excused.
Okay.
Well, no, I will. Listen, I will ask you your opinion because
so I should stay awake for this.
Well, yes. Well, you're one of those new age women that's knowledgeable about sports, and it was the kind of Sunday that really does make you say,
Are you fucking kidding
Are you FKM?
Are you
fucking kidding me?
I mean, seriously, are you fucking kidding me? The NFL, I didn't think the NFL could beat last weekend. I thought last weekend was pretty wacky.
At least the game didn't take 7 hours.
Yeah, and the game didn't take 7. That was the first game of the last week was the Jets.
Oh my God! Oh, because I wasn't around last week.
Yeah,
oh, because I was at Disney
World.
World. We only got to listen to the 1 o'clock game.
Yes, last week the Dolphins went up to New York and tore the gold jacket off of Sam Darnold. And the anointed one is now he's 1-2. He took his lumps again. Hey, you know what? He's a young guy. He's a really good quarterback. He really is. I hate to admit it, but he is a really good quarterback. So the future's bright for them. But anyway, and your Colts, they did okay. Whatever. Hey, you're a couple of years away from contending.
I know. I'm always a couple draft picks away from a defense.
Right, to you. Exactly. Well, you need that though. It's as simple as that. But something has been happening in the NFL lately that's been, I'm going to say it's borderline ridiculous. They've got new rules in place to protect the quarterback even more than the Brady rule, even more than the Tuck rule.
Yeah, we're 2 seasons away from the quarterbacks all just wearing red shirts all the time.
All the time. Why not put little Velcro flags on them? Exactly. So the rule is now that when you sack a quarterback, you cannot bring the weight of your entire body down on them, which is an absurd rule. It is now the Aaron Rodgers rule because Aaron Rodgers got taken out against Minnesota. He got taken out because somebody hit him while he was rolling outside the pocket. He got hit, and the guy came down on him and took him out. And listen, we understand that the quarterbacks are the face that runs the place. Nobody comes to see a linebacker play. Well, maybe Khalil Mack. But nobody comes to see a defensive end play. Well, maybe Cameron Wake. But when you have a situation where players are hurting themselves, case in point, that would be this gentleman right here. Miami Dolphins' impressive defense suffered an injury blow in Sunday's win over the Oakland Raiders. Defensive end William Hayes, pictured, suffered a torn ACL. Coach Adam Gase said, relaying that the pass rusher was injured while trying to avoid putting his body weight on the quarterback during a second quarter sack. Seriously, seen here as he's trying to float over and not land on the quarterback. Okay, how much more of a cupcake do you need? The guy tore his ACL. He is out for the season. And needless to say, I'm a little bent. Okay, everybody knows I'm a huge Miami Dolphin homer. Huge. Bleed aqua and orange. I'm a little bent. But here's the funny part. I'm not completely bent about that just for that. You're sissifying the game. You're pussifying the NFL. And it's not just a Dolphin thing. It really isn't. Because, here, allow me to illustrate. See this guy? Yeah, Green Bay Packers star Clay Matthews. Have you heard of him? Third-generation star. He blasted the NFL yesterday after receiving a controversial roughing the quarterback penalty, saying
bullshit.
The league is getting soft. Exactly. It is bullshit. Matthews made a tackle on Washington Redskins quarterback Alex Smith late in the third quarter of the Packers' 31-17 loss. Matthews appeared to have made a common football play, wrapping Smith around the torso and tackling him to the ground for a sack. Problem. However, the linebacker was penalized for landing on Smith with his full body weight. Now, as you can see here in the photograph, they are on their way to the ground. They really are. And it's not really looking like he's being driven into the ground or landed on purpose. You're not going to be able to shift your body weight safely. So now you're putting players at risk to protect your precious quarterbacks. Once again, I agree, quarterbacks are precious, but you can't, okay? Now, Matthews, who received a similar penalty for tackling Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins in last week's tie, bunch of sister-kissers, I hate ties, sounded off about the controversial call when asked about it after the game. Unfortunately, this league is going in a direction I think a lot of people don't like. I don't like it. Lisa, do you... Wait. Can I get a second?
Seconded.
I don't like it. She don't like it. Football fans don't like it. It's football. Gabesh.
Yeah.
It's football. It's not flag football.
And I'll tell you, Pete will tell me. Pete, who was it when we were watching the highlights that it was like, oh my gosh, this is from like the World Cup soccer training camp of how to fall down and act like you got hurt. Who was that, Pete? Tell me. Which quarterback was it that got tackled?
Somebody
and it was
took a dive.
And it was like such a dive. I can't even remember who it was because if I could think of it, Pete says it would be safer to just punch the quarterback in the face instead of tackling him.
Probably cost you less.
That's true. Well, this rule is coming into play because the rule that Pete wanted all this time, which was, I want my defense to get 1 million points in fantasy football if we kill their quarterback. They kill the quarterback rule.
He's been trying. He's
been trying to pass that for so long. He quit playing fantasy football. He's out.
For 20 years, he's been trying to pass that rule, but that's never going to happen.
No, it's not.
Because we think they're
precious,
Dallas.
Too. It was the Dallas game. It was the Dallas game.
Was it Dak Prescott that took a dive?
Yes, it was Dak Prescott. I'm going to have to find that. I'm going to have to find it. It was good, right, Pete? It was really funny.
Big
it was really
sissy.
like I was waiting for one of the refs to come out and give him a red card.
Oh, God.
It was very soccer-like. It was like rolling and everything. It was very dramatic. Emmy goes to? Thank you.
Well, by the way, though, other things that happened yesterday in the NFL, there were upsets, major upsets.
I was upset for sure.
Oh, of course you were upset.
I'm always upset.
But you also had the Buffalo Bills going into Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Who'da thunk?
And dropping a 27-6 beatdown in the rookie debut of Josh Allen. I hate the Buffalo Bills.
We know this.
I hate them even more because in daily fantasy and regular fantasy football, I had elements of that Minnesota offense that did dick because of that horrible, horrible game.
I hear you, babe.
So I hate you, Buffalo. I can't wait to play you. I hope the Dolphins destroy you. I hope they sack your little rookie punk ass into the ground. And penalties for everybody.
All right, Buccaneers are up 7-0, by the way.
Good for them. But also, another little something
cares?
interesting happened later on in last night.
What's that?
The Patriots lost.
This is
Which
true.
is always a good time, right?
And to the Lions. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Who's that guy that's the coach of the Lions?
That's Matt Patricia.
And who did he used to work for?
Used to be the defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Oh, that's what I thought. And it's so funny too because across the, I always see Belichick standing there looking just like such a piece of shit on the sidelines. I just hate him in his little sweatshirt with his cut off sleeves, looking like a piece of crap. And I say to Pete all the time, that fucking Belichick, man, he never looks happy. He never looks like his team could be up 35-0. He never looks miserable piece of crap.
Miserable.
And then I look on the other sidelines and I'm saying to myself, he's giving it back. Fuck you. In your face. I don't work for you anymore.
Well, they did draw the comparisons between Patricia and Belichick. They were both wearing hoodies. They both had pencils stuck behind their ear. They both had a lot of the same mannerisms. That's definitely a guy that came right from the school.
How'd you like that challenge flag he threw? Like he's going in, like he's playing quarterback for his own team there. He whipped that thing out there, man.
He threw a little extra oomph into that.
Challenging that boy.
Like, I challenged the shit out of that.
Exactly. Oh, I object. Oh, you strongly object. Oh, okay.
Very strongly. I believe Matt Patricia was also the first former assistant to beat Bill Belichick. Or at least the first former assistant to beat Tom Brady.
I'd like to be the first female to just beat him. Like with.
Ooh, that's a lot of hate. Okay, well, before you go off on some sort of
I don't
spitflying,
like him.
I don't like him either. He's Darth Belichick.
He is. He's horrible. He's like Donald Trump's best friend.
Yikes. Oh, see? You dropped the Trump bomb.
Is that going in the swear jar? Is that what the swear jar is for now?
No, that's not where the swear jar is for.
Just checking.
No, but, well, that wraps up our UFKM, and I just wanted to once again thank everybody for watching the live stream version of the show. And although things are changing, we're still not going to back off of the content, the funny content, the ha-ha content that we like. And I am going to be a little more me. There's going to be a lot more cursing, or a little more cursing. Regular cursing. There's going to be a little more adult fare. Things are going to be a little more...
I'm not taking my top off.
And no, you're not taking it.
Neither are you.
Come on, one time.
No.
Come on, I'll get it off.
Oh, God, my God. Turn the camera off. Oh, yeah. Put it away. Put it away.
All right. Calm down. Yep, the phone's starting to blow up. Don't let him take his shirt off.
Yeah, right.
But we are thinking that the new drop time is going to be 8 p.m. Sunday nights or 7 p.m. Saturday. So if you have a preference, let us know in the comments in the comments for the page. I am a big fan of 7 p.m. Saturday night. It catches you guys just before you go out. You get you a little dose of Gonzo Radio, either on your phone or on your YouTube or on your TV or your computer. And then you go out and do whatever it is you're going to do. Go watch a movie, go out and get drunk and chase hookers, whatever it is you're going to do on a Saturday night. Is that what the kids do nowadays? Did you get drunk and chase hookers?
I don't know what kids do anymore.
Oh, okay. So that's what's happening. I'm going to try to keep from having to take a hiatus, but pay attention to us. Pay attention closely on Instagram, at Gonzo Radio Show on the Instagrams. Gonzo Radio Show group, Gonzo Radio Show community page or fan page, I guess you could call it. Because we're funneling more news, we're funneling more info through that. Also at Gonzo Radio 777 on the Twitters. On Twitter. Go ahead and jump on there and follow there too. We are going to be more Twitter active. Things are changing, and hopefully this represents a quantum leap forward for us so that we are more easily consumed by you at a more convenient time. And then I can also take my time to do a better job editing-wise.
Thank Jesus.
A tighter and righter show. Why, I've gotten pretty good at this live switcher thing. Who are you kidding?
Okay.
I have. So there.
Excellent. I'm so proud of you, honey.
Oh, shut up. Any last second self prostitution?
Just go to Good Karma Pet Rescue of South Florida on the Facebooks, on the Instagrams, and also on the Instagrams, Sheldon the Wonder Pup, and follow my dog as Foster's and all their antics. And make sure you come out and see us at some of the events and meet some of our adoptable doggies and kitties. And the ferret's usually not at the events, but if you want to meet her, I can hook you up.
Okay. That's pretty cut and dried. On behalf of myself and Shotzi Carmichael,
Peace out.
You can check out on the Anxiety Express on Facebook, by the way, for those of you.
Once in a while.
Once in a while. She has anxiety about doing the videos.
Exactly. Does anyone have anything to talk about? Does anybody want to listen to
No, I don't want to talk
it?
to anybody. I want to listen to anybody. All right. Well,
Gonzo's at the Grumpy Munchkin this weekend.
We will see. Exactly. We will see you guys next week, most likely. Be on the lookout for updates on the time and the when and the where it drops. I'm Big Daddy Gonzo. She's Shotzi Carmichael. And we are out. Thank you so much.
For GONZO Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for GONZO Television Station, coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.